Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am one of the reporter for today, Aslima EMP, and our topic is about equity and the absolute good. So we are now studying or discussing what equity means and the absolute good. Equity. The term equity refers to fairness and justice, meaning it is the fairness o ang pagkamakatarungan o pagkamakatwiran and also a justice. Ang focus ng equity ay ang needs of individuals and its requirements. Equity is also known as a need-based approach. Tumutukoy ito sa needs ng bawat individuals kung paano ito ina-approach para ma-achieve ang sinasabing fairness o equity. It is also about taking rationale, ang makuha ang makatwirang paliwanag sa isang circumstances o sa isang situation, at pati na rin ng tamang pagpapasya o ang sinasabing logical decisions. Equity is a positive discrimination dahil tanging kabutihan o ang pagiging fair ang ino-obtain nila dito. It refers to a proportional representation o patungkol sa nararapat na kinatatayuan ng kung anong mayroon sa race o lahi ng bawat tao, kung ano ang gender nila o kung anong klaseng pamumuhay ang meron sila upang maabot ang fairness as an outcome. Equity focuses and stresses on social justice, racial justice, social inclusion, and a social change. Isa rin sa focuses ng equity ay mabigyan ng emphasis or importance ang social justice, racial justice, social inclusions, and the social change. In Islam, equity is used to establish justice and overall equality in all rights and responsibilities of both genders. Islamic equity finds its roots, sources in Quran and Sunnah. Sa Islam, ang equity nilalayon nitong mapanatili ang justice o pagkamakatarungan at pagkapantay-pantay ng bawat karapatan at responsibilidad ng bawat individual. Ang equity ng Islam ay sa Quran at sa Sunnah ang basihan o sources nito. Equity can only be practiced if someone has equipped knowledge and proper understanding of this following. So it is very important to learn and has an equipped knowledge and proper understanding of this following. First, the concept of Islam. Kung anong meron o dapat maintindihan sa konsepto na meron sa Islam. Second, it's Tawhid or the oneness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The third, kung ano ang objectives ng Sharia, kung bakit may sinusunod tayong batas, and that is based on the teachings of Quran and the Hadith. Fourth, the concept of Khilafah. And the fifth is the concept of accountability to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala o kung ano ang obligasyon o pananagutan ng bawat tao sa Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is one of the example of showing equity. The Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "O God, I prohibit the violation of the rights of the two weak categories of people, the orphans and women." It was related by An-Nasai and Ibn Majah. Noon, sa time ng ating propeta Muhammad, ang mga orphans at mga kababaihan ay itinuturing nilang mga weak. Kumbaga, maliit lamang ang pakinabang nila sa kanilang society o nagkakaroon sila ng tinatawag na gender disparity. So now, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked to prohibit the violation of the rights, ang karapatan o rights of the two weak categories of people, ang mga orphans o yung mga ulila at mga kababaihan. Binigyan ng Prophet Muhammad ng equity ang mga orphaned and women dahil ito'y karapatan nila at upang magkaroon sila ng fairness. A woman deserves mercy due to her emotional nature and her need, most of times, for someone to protect and maintain her. It is also important for Muslim men to understand the teachings of Islam properly para makuha o ma-achieve ang sinasabing equity. During the pre-Islamic era, Jahiliyyah, the people in the Arabian Peninsula used to consider girls and women a source of shame and poverty. For the sake of this blind social tradition, fathers used to bury their daughters alive right after birth to avoid disgrace in the future. During pre-Islamic era, which is ang mga jahil or jahiliya pa ang marami noon. Kapag ang isang babae ay nanganak ng babae o batang babae, inililibing nila ito ng buhay. Dahil sa paniniwala nilang isa raw itong disgrace in their future. So that is stated in the Quran. God the Almighty says, "When news is brought to one of them of the birth of a female child, his face darkens, and he is filled with inward grief." It is stated in Quran of chapter 16, verse 58. After the advent of Islam, Allah established gender equity upang magkaroon ng karapatan ang bawat tao and including the women. Doon na lumitaw ang aya mula sa Quran, stated in chapter 49 verse 13, sinabi ng Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, "O mankind, we created you from a single pair of a male and a female, and made you into nations and tribes, that you may know each other, not that you may despise each other." Next, we have the morality in Islam. So dito natin malalaman ang absolute good in Islam sa topic na morality. Morality in Islam encompasses the concept of righteousness, good character, and the body of moral qualities and virtues prescribed in Islamic religious texts. The principle and fundamental purpose of Islamic morality is love. Love for God and love for God's creatures. The religious conception is that mankind will behave morally and treat each other in the best possible manner to please God. Ang moral qualities in Islam, tumutukoy ito sa concept ng pagiging righteousness o pagkamakatarungan, may magandang asal o moral qualities at may mabuting katangian. At ito'y naaayon sa Islamic religious text, sa Quran o sa Hadith. Showing kindness to people and charity to the poor and the helpless are the most emphasized moral virtues in the Quran. Ang pagpapakita ng kabutihan sa mga tao at ang pagbibigay ng charity o zakah sa mga mahihirap at sa mga taong nangangailangan ay ito raw ang most emphasized moral virtues sa Quran. In particular, helping people in their time of need, forgiving others' offenses, respecting parents and elders, fulfilling promises, being kind to people and to animals, being patient in adversity, maintaining justice, being honest, and controlling one's anger appear as major virtues in the Islamic concept of morality. Ang pagtulong sa kapwa mo tao in their times of need o sa panahon ng kanilang pangangailangan at ang pagpapatawad, pagrerespeto o pagpapakita ng pagmamahal sa parents natin at sa mga nakakatanda, fulfilling promises at ng pagpapakita ng kabutihan sa tao o sa iyong kapwa at maging sa mga animals. Being patient o ang pagiging mapagpasensya sa anumang pagkakataon, ma-maintain ang justice at ang pagiging matapat at makontrol ang emosyon natin. So it is appear as a major virtues in the Islamic concept of morality. Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, said, "The best among you are those who have the best manners and character." It was related by Al-Bukhari.